Ian, after another Raith night in Dundee, what's your summary of the 90 minutes?
Yeah, very hard game, really difficult conditions, weather-wise and pitch as well. It's obviously not in brilliant condition, so we had to adapt a little bit, and if you add in our situation at the moment, it's very, very hard. But I felt our defensive shape first half was very, very good, limited Dundee to pretty much a couple of half chances, and they get the goal, which was from a throw-in that was never a throw-in for Dundee in a million years. And officials sometimes don't understand football that well, that they think that's a nothing decision to give and it leads to a goal, but we also acknowledge that we must defend that better as well, but there's circumstances behind that also.
Yeah. I mean, in trying circumstances that you've just outlined there, the guys that you did have available, they battled manfully, and it was a real good performance, I thought, first half particularly.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I felt that they gave absolutely everything once again, testament to their character and their attitude towards the game, because it's easy to feel sorry for yourself in any business, in any walk of life, and we've not done that. A lot of players playing out of position. It's not just having numbers, it's players in the actual positions that they're accustomed to and comfortable with, and we didn't have that tonight. But they gave everything, battled very well. It'd been interesting to see if we'd scored it 2-0 rather than 3-0, to see what happened to Dundee's nerves, but over the piece, very happy with them, disappointed with the scoreline, but we gave it all.
Yeah. We don't like to bang the drum, go on about injuries, but another key absentee tonight was Jamie McDonald didn't make the squad and Brad had to pull out the warm-up. What's the story with those two guys?
Yeah, you're right. We try not to look for excuses and think about injuries too much. But I think it's well documented. We've had an incredible amount in this season, and it's not just been a period of 2 to 3 weeks. It's been throughout the whole season. So we have to look at that, and I think I know the reason. But I'll keep that to myself for the moment. Jamie called in this afternoon. His back seized up, unfortunately. So he couldn't travel. There's no point in him travelling. Brad, like you say, pulled up in the warm-up. Only trained yesterday. He's had a trapped nerve in his back, and these things are notoriously hard to get rid of, and he just didn't feel comfortable, and he made the right call, because we've got a huge game on Saturday. We want to win as many games now in the last 4 as we possibly can.
Yeah. And in the build up to the game, Brad and Ross were, you said they were about 50-50. I take it Ross just didn't improve enough to be able to make the squad.
Yeah, again, he trained yesterday, but he had to pull out towards the end, and these guys don't pull out training unless there's something really up with them, so you can tell by their nature and their character. So we had to leave Ross out, and you look at our team today, 4 out the back 5 that started against Queen's Park are unavailable to us, and we've had to try and fit people in and make sure we've got a team in the park. But I wasn't trying to scare people on Saturday when I said we might not be able to fulfil the fixture, because if Scott McGill hadn't returned from illness, if we picked up one more injury at the weekend, then we were down to 10 outfield players. That's the reality of the situation we were in. So we'll recover now for Saturday. We'll patch boys up and we'll get ready to go again.
And finally, Willie Akio, he didn't have much to work with, but he took his chance that came to him, and that'll do him some confidence going into the final run-in of the season. Yeah,
you're right. He didn't have much to work with. He's playing against 2 very physical centre halves who are very experienced, know how to play against one striker. But he took his goal. It's another goal for him. It keeps him going. It gets his confidence up. As I say, 4 games to go now for all of our players and all of the guys, and we want to win as many of them as possible, score as many goals as we can, go and play with a little bit of freedom, which hopefully if we get a few boys back for Saturday, then we see a different type of team and performance in terms of us going forward, and we look forward to it.
Well, we'll talk to you again before Saturday, but for now, thanks. Safe journey home.
Thank you.